All right, have you ever thought about switching careers and following your passion? Well, that is exactly what our next guest did. After the devastating events of 9/11, Pam Jenoff enrolled herself in a night course called Write Your Novel This Year. Now the lawyer turned novelist is a New York Times bestseller. Her new book, The Orphan's Tale, is set in a traveling circus during World War II and follows two extraordinary women in their harrowing stories of sacrifice and survival. And Pam joins me now. Pam, it's nice to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Tell me a bit about your own personal story first, as I just detailed there. There was a bit of an epiphany after 9/11 for you?
There was. I had gone through a few career paths. I had been a diplomat for the State Department, and then I went to law school, and I became a practicing attorney, started practicing on September 4th, 2001, exactly 1 week to the day before 9/11 happened. And on that fateful day, I had what I would describe as a life epiphany, and I called it, "Dear God, I don't want to die at the law firm." And what I meant by that was that being a lawyer was fine and admirable, but I'd had this deep dream my whole life of being a novelist. And had I been a 9/11 victim, I never would have realized my dream. I did not have forever.
Did you have any idea that you were this good at writing? I mean, you have numerous New York Times bestsellers to your credit now.
I still don't think I'm this good. I don't think I'm that good, or whatever good is. It took me 10 years from the day exactly to the day, from the day my first book came out to the day I hit the New York Times bestseller list. So it has not been an overnight journey.
Yeah, it took you 5 years, and was it 39 rejections from publishers you got before you finally got a book deal?
I did. 11 months after we had submitted it, I received a call one Friday afternoon saying the last publisher on earth, and also the best, of course, had made a very small offer for my first book, The Commandant's Girl, and coincidentally, that publisher is based right here in Toronto, and I'm so grateful to them to this day.
I love these stories. It's like the Beatles. You heard that they were rejected by so many record labels at first, right? Tell us a bit about the new book, The Orphan's Tale.
So The Orphan's Tale is inspired by two true stories that I found in the Yad Vashem virtual archives. One was a horrific tale of a train of unknown infants, babies that had been taken from their parents during the Holocaust, too young to know their own names, and they were bound for a concentration camp. The other was a remarkable story of the Rescuers Circus, a German circus that had saved some Jews. And so I combine these in my book. Noah is a young Dutch girl who is living on her own above a rail station when she makes this horrific discovery of the train of children, and she rescues a baby and flees into the night and finds shelter with this circus. And she has to join the circus.
In less than a minute here, but you say
Yes.
that this book broke you to write. What did you mean by that?
Well, it really goes back to the story about the train of babies. I have 3 small children of my own, and I felt that in order to do it justice, I would have to metaphorically put my own children on that train.
Wow. Well, as we mentioned, it is a very harrowing tale and a great read. It's called The Orphan's Tale by author Pam Jenoff. Pam, great to see you this morning, and continued success.
Thanks for having me.